Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bunk and Pick podcast. Pick here with Bunk. And we do have a special guest with us with Big G. Not medium G, not small G.
The big
G with us. The Big G is with us, but before we ask him to say anything, I want a raw reaction to whatever the hell Bunk's about to say out of his mouth. So go ahead, Bunk.
Dunderschnaps.
Oh, God.
What is that?
Dunderschnap.
Oh, man.
That was a Dunderschnap. That was for Greg. He used to be. He lived in Germany for a while. That was German.
I did, and that's why I'm completely floored by Dunderschnaps.
That was a good.
Because in 2 years, I didn't hear that word at all. Dunder. I don't know what the dunder
Maybe it
is.
was Dunderschnaps. Dunderschnaps. All right. That was a good one for you, though.
Gobbledygoo.
All right. Before this gets too far off the rails, Bunk, what are we going to start it with today?
MLB, as usual.
Of course.
And what do we? So let's talk. Gosh, dang it! Let's talk Yankees. Got to start with the Yankees.
Yes, let's talk Yankees. I'm comfortable rolling them today because God, the Yankees have been sucking it up.
3-7. 3-7
a bit
over
of
the
a
last
dunderschnap.
10. They're
Come on,
dunderschnapping. They're a bunch of dunderschnoops. 3-7 over the last 10. I've been watching them. I watched them play the Baltimore Orioles, and then I watched them play the Atlanta Braves.
The what?
The Orioles.
Okay.
They got crushed by the freaking Orioles. I got to be honest.
That 15-run game from the Orioles was deflating, huh?
Well, you know they have their pitching staff has absolutely collapsed, man. Just freaking collapsed on me, and I don't know what happened. And then we got some injuries. we got Giancarlo. Okay, I saw him get hurt. He was going I'm gonna be honest. I have a love-hate relationship with Giancarlo Stanton. I actually
single person on that team you have a love-hate relationship.
I actually like him.
Yeah.
I like
You're a
him.
Yankees fan.
I
You
mean,
love to hate him too.
I know. I do like him, but holy crap, he can't run. I mean, like literally, Greg, have you seen him run? He
I
literally.
have seen him run, but I mean, he has the second most doubles, so he has to be able to cover ground at least a little bit.
No, he honestly can't run because if he runs too hard, he'll get hurt. You got to watch it.
So he's like made of glass. He's
No,
made of tissue
I don't
paper. If he runs
understand.
too hard, he falls apart.
He ran. He was on second.
Shredded.
He was on second, and somebody hit friggin' right down the line, right in the corner, out in left field, which is easy, right? And he looks like he's jogging when he's running. Got to be honest with you, but he's running. I mean, that's what he's got. He goes cross third, and then you could kind of see him wince, and I'm like, "Fuck me, he didn't do anything. He literally ran.
Season.
He's out at least 10 days on the IL with a hammy.
10 days isn't that.
Well, they don't
hamstring
know.
Is a problem though. Hamstring is a problem though because that'll sit around forever. Plus the power of the swings down there, so they're not gonna.
He only works out his glamour muscles, so he's not built for anything past the plate.
He needs somebody else on the team to tell him bros don't let bros skip leg day.
Oh my God.
More leg day.
He's brutal. And then friggin' Rizzo's out because the guy ass bumped him when he was going to first. And he broke his arm or something. It's like, what the hell? Who are these guys? Unbelievable, man. But I got to tell you, the kid they pulled up, Ben Rice, is playing first. I like him. Young guy, got a nice swing. He can actually runs really fast for a big guy. And he does a good job at first. But I think they just signed friggin' the guy from the A's. The hell's that dude's name?
Well, while you try and figure that out, did you see for Ben Rice? Did you see the bleacher creatures when they were calling his name the first time he was playing?
No.
Did you see what he turned around and to acknowledge him? He turned around and made pretend. Jesus Christ.
What did he do? Did he make poo-poo?
I got dunderschnapped there.
You got dunderschnapped, sir.
He made pretend he was eating rice out of a bowl.
Really quick. My God! Yeah, he's okay. He's an energetic young dude. I got to be honest. But hey, it's nice to see. But they signed it. What the hell is that guy's name from friggin' the A's that they just signed? Been around forever. Gosh, dang it! Come on, Pick. You're the guy. You're my guy on this shit.
look behind the curtain. I'm currently not home, so I didn't do enough research about your team.
JD Davis, they signed.
Okay. Well, I don't. Yeah.
Who strikes out 8 gazillion times. We needed another strikeouter guy.
He's gonna fit right in then.
Yeah, he's a friggin' dunderschnop too.
I have a bone to pick though. The Yankees should not be power ranked as the number 1 team in baseball right now.
They have the best record.
They have the best record, but they're not the.
Yeah, that's.
The Phillies have been killing it.
What do I do? What Big G down there talking shit to? I heard him.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not a great division. Anyway, I mean, they're raising the Blue Jays.
What?
Are you kidding me?
All right. Delete them. Off.
Deleted Dunder to you, sir.
Top 3 are legit. Top 3 are legit.
Out.
Orioles are going to run them.
Don't you say a word about my Rays there, Big G.
Oh, God.
I won't say a lot. They're trash, but
they're very
that's
bad
pretty much all. Pretty much all I have for them.
I've resigned to knowing that they're not that good.
But we did. So we signed him. Then they got rid of like dudes already. Some of these relievers they've already bounced. And then Clay Holmes, he did okay yesterday, but he's a 50-50 guy. He walks too many guys, and now he's giving up runs. So, yeah, I am a fair weather Yankee fan, my friend. Don't ever forget that.
Clay Holmes is very much like Aroldis Chapman. It's either he's going to strike out every single person or he's going to walk 8.
He is. I agree. Hey, I was looking at your Devil Rays. Have you seen what they did? There's a guy on there. So, number 1, Kevin Cash going to be there for a long time.
Yeah,
he's under contract through 2030 for crying out loud.
Yeah, but that's a great move. He's a great manager.
Yeah, I don't have any problem.
No one has done more with less than Kevin Cash.
They got your boys got rid of Harold Ramirez. Did you see that?
They did. Yep.
They got him, DFA'd him, and then there was a guy, Yu Chang. Do you know this dude?
He got invited in for spring training and did pretty well during spring training. But he is over from the overseas league, and the game was just a little bit too fast for him. But he's been murdering the ball in the minors.
Well, he's gone.
They pulled him up.
He's gone.
Oh,
He's going to go back to the Chinese Professional Baseball League.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Said he's had enough of this shit over here and playing in front of 8 fans. He said he can't do it.
He wasn't on the active roster.
He he might have played with more fans in the minors.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
What I'm saying. He probably because he played at Durham. That place is packed every night.
That's cool. So anyway, that's some good news. And then Mike Trout. Let's talk Mike Trout a minute. What the hell, man? I'm a Trouty guy. I like Trout, but
you're mad about the All-Star voting?
Oh no. I'm mad because I saw where he said last week he's not progressing as quickly as he thought. So he's going to be out, man. How many times? I think he's hurting his chances. I really, he was a guaranteed Hall of Famer. I'm not so sure anymore. He just does not stay on the field, man.
But his slash lines are still good.
Yeah, but you got to play.
Are still so good.
You got to play.
But he played up until 2 years ago. That's when his injury started, 2 years ago. Wow. And it's been 3 years in a row. But I mean, you're putting so much pressure on yourself. You're going as hard as you can every play. You're going to get hurt in baseball. Like, yes, we teach kids like you play as hard as you can every play. But in baseball, it's such a long season. We all know that if you hit a ball in the outfielder, you're going to be out at first. You don't run super hard, but he runs hard every single play.
He does, but you can't be out. I think he's going to have to stay on the field for the last 2 or 3 years of his career to get to really be a lock, I think, as like he always has been. He's getting forgotten about, just so you know. What do you think, Big G? What's your thoughts,
G? It doesn't
G?
help that he's on the Angels either, though. So I guess part of it is probably like, we're bad again. I'm the only guy again. What's the point of me, like, maybe causing myself a season-ending injury by forcing myself to be out there?
Yeah, he doesn't need to rush. He doesn't, obviously, he doesn't need to rush back. They're not going anywhere. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be disappointing. But, I mean, he loves it out there. He's not going anywhere. It's what he said. But, man, he's got to stay here. The other, I was looking, like, all these young guys that are, like, big names. And you got all those guys on the Orioles, obviously. You got the kid over at Kansas City. You got Bobby Witt over there. And do you remember? Was it like 3 years ago that the Who was the good guy on the Padres? Your other boy, not Machado.
Why is it my other boy? Every time they're my favorite players. Tatis. I know what you're talking about. It's Tatis.
I mean, he was like remember he was the guy. He was going to be like he was going to be the face of baseball, and then he kind of did some stupid shit and was out for a year, and you don't even hear about him anymore.
Oh yeah, he did. Well, he was PEDs, wasn't he? He was a PEDs guy, so he had the ban. He had that's kind of these days. Whenever you hear that word, it's over.
No, it is over. I mean, but he was the guy. He was going to be the face of the game, and he was on every commercial, and he is gone. He is like off the, and they moved him from shortstop, I think, to the outfield. And
yeah.
Pretty. It's kind of
moving all around.
Yeah.
Speaking of that division, how are the Dodgers not just running that play? Why are they not running away with it? What the hell's going on with LA?
They're just like the mediocre kind of team. I don't know.
They're not like. For the amount of money they spent, I would be incredibly disappointed if I was a Dodgers. Now, they're still in first place. They're still a long season, but right up to this point, I'd be incredibly disappointed with everyone on that team at the moment, besides Shohei. He doesn't miss the freaking
Shohei's
ball.
Ridiculous.
Well, Freeman's still doing good. I mean, Mookie, if he was still in, he was doing great before he got hurt.
Mookie was doing great before he got hurt, but their pitching has been like suspect, which they have a really good rotation.
Yeah,
but
their pitching's down.
I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they play like this in the playoffs again, that's a waste of money.
They'll be gone.
They're gonna get crushed.
Well, they got Kershaw's coming back at some point.
Yeah, but all right.
Come on now.
Look at his past. Look at his stats the past 3 seasons. He is a back end rotation guy.
He is.
He's not. So saying he's coming back, how much does that actually add?
I don't know. I just wanted to say it though, man. Jeez.
Did it feel good?
If that felt real good, because that was a good name. I knew it was coming back. I had to hit you with something on that one. I slow you down there. Slow your roll, bro. Yes. Hey, how about St. Louis Cardinals? What the hell? They're coming back.
Yeah.
Goldie's coming back.
But that division, man.
Okay.
Oh, I know you hate it there, Big G. You Cubs
I hate
fan.
Hey, Goldie's not coming back. He's got like 90 strikeouts, which I like him too.
Ooh, he's an angry bird.
Angry little beaver down there.
I don't like the Cards, but that division, I don't understand. It's weird. I mean, I don't think it's a very good division. The Brewers are doing good, but record-wise, they look okay. But I mean, top to bottom, the last place team, it's 8.5 out.
Right.
It's just and it's the Reds. So I don't know what that means. The Cubs are not good. No pitching.
They had so much promise at the beginning of the year.
They did. They were kicking ass in the beginning, but now they're kind of mediocre.
It's not good. And I actually thought that division, I was like, wow, the NL Central is freaking killing it. And we got like 30 games in. I was like, never mind. They're all mediocre, the same or something. Maybe the Brewers are actually really good. I don't know.
The Brewers are
fair. They're fair.
Better. They're much better than what any projection ever had them this year, because it was supposed to be a rebuild year. They got rid of Corbin Burns. The top of their rotation was gone. They got young players that are still in the minors back for him. But I'll tell you what, Christian Yelich bounced back this year, and he's hitting the ball really well this year.
Yeah, he's good.
And if they can build around him, they could make a run. I mean, you think about the playoffs, you only got to win. Like, you catch a team when they're hot, you'll get beat, So if they keep that up, that division is soft, though. That's probably I don't know what's softer, that one or the AL Central. I don't know what's the softer division this year, but those two are definitely the softest.
AL Central. They got
besides Cleveland. But look at their record.
Minnesota's got 43 wins. The Royals have 42 wins. They're not bad.
Yeah, but
come on, give some love to them.
Yeah, I mean the West only has one team over 500.
That's true.
Oh
yeah. How about Houston and Texas just dumping all over themselves still?
I know. Well, Houston's got better, and then Texas just got Scherzer back, who just threw a really, really good game last night. So
he dominated when he was. They did that rehab game in Round Rock, and apparently he just absolutely dominated. It was like a spectacle to see.
He's really good. Well, they'll get the other dude back, the other pitcher back. My
Come
old
on, now that he's out of what's his name? Now that he's out of New York,
my
what's
New
his
York
name?
that ex-New York Medi.
Okay, name. Give me a name.
His friggin' name. Big
Waiting
guy,
for a name.
throws hard. Flamethrower. Jacoby. I don't know. Jacoby
Jacob DeGrom.
Oh, the Gromley, the Gromler. There you go.
The Gromelator.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember their names.
The Gromlin.
Once they're out of New York, I forget them, baby. But I do like the Rangers. I hope
falls right out of your head.
Hey, even I gotta say, I'm going to reverse course on you here. I'm going to surprise you. I was watching the Yankees play the Braves this weekend. I don't hate the Braves anymore. Their guys are okay. I don't mind those guys. I don't know why I used to not like them. Maybe I don't like it. I don't like it.
Not on the field.
When did you start hating the Braves?
Around the Acuna.
When Acuna came up to the pros.
Just one player.
Yeah, one player.
One player dictates the whole
yeah, they
team.
go. And I was watching this week. I said, hey, they're kind of a bunch of pleasant blokes. I enjoyed them.
What the hell did you just say?
There are pleasant blokes out there.
Peasant blokes?
The blokers.
Bloke? What is a peasant bloke?
No, pleasant. Like,
oh my
like
God.
nice blokes.
You got to hit that L a little harder next time.
Pleasant blokes. I didn't call them peasant blokes.
That's what it sounded. All right, Big G. It sounded like peasant jokes.
Low cap.
Oh boy.
Listen, Bunk. Enough about baseball because it's a rough year for me.
Right.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Right.
But I do want to talk about a massive game. We are recording on Monday. There's a massive hockey game tonight.
What?
Game 7.
Who's playing?
And we do have our hockey expert in.
Hockey more knowledgeable than you person.
Hey, what's going on, you hosers? You bunch of hosers down in Florida. Talk to us.
So it's still, it's Florida's against Edmonton, right? Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers.
That's it.
What a crazy series. How do you feel about the series there, Big G?
I mean, at first Edmonton was playing like they did against Dallas because Dallas is also high volume shots. Florida was just putting in. I think the first game was 48. Like Florida had put 48 shots on goal and Edmonton put like 12 or so. It was some grotesque landslide, right? But then Edmonton actually started doing what they do, playing defense. And then Draisaitl is coming around now. Connor McDavid is absolutely ridiculous. He's a freak show of a human being.
He's so good.
Did he still score any points? Has he been scoring still?
Scoring so many points.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't like
goals,
he wasn't a huge. Well, actually, he wasn't a huge goal scorer over the season, but he had 100 assists. So I think he was third in total points over the season. But he's second in the postseason, first or second in the postseason, because he breaks the defense and then dishes it. I mean, it's absolutely unreal that a human being can do that kind of stuff on skates.
He's getting the Gretzky comparison. This whole phase, comparing him to Gretzky. And he just broke the assist record for the playoffs. So he broke Gretzky's record on assists. So
he's the top, but Gretzky has like the next 16 or something.
Yeah.
Gretzky was whatever.
Ridiculous.
He's a freak show.
So wasn't it like so they were down 3-0, right? And they've come back and tied it.
And looked not great in those 3 losses. Like they kept it close at the beginning, but by the third period, Florida was just an onslaught. Like they were just crushing the third period. And that completely has changed. Edmonton's scoring shorthanded goals, pretty regular. Their penalty kills are out of control. I think they've only given up 1 in 50 or something. I don't know. It's been pretty wild. And
the Edmonton goalie as well has stepped up huge so far in these last 3 games because he's like this just country dude that's only lived in Edmonton his whole life. And he plays for him. And he's just stopping everything. It's crazy.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you guys, you jagaloons, as I'll call you, we're text messaging off the last few games, so you forced me to turn the games on. I don't know anything. I don't know a lot about hockey, but it is fun to watch.
I'm just saying, you own a sports podcast. You should probably watch all the
I
sporting
watched
bits.
them. I'm just saying, good God. I just literally just freaking said I turned it on and watched it. I've been watching the last 2 games, you ass.
All right. Then, Big G, do you think Florida steps up, or you think they're too demoralized, and you think Edmonton takes it tonight?
No, I think Edmonton will win, but not because Florida's demoralized. I think it'll actually be a really, really tough game because even though when Edmonton's gone up 2-0 or 3-0, Florida answers pretty quick after they get a few goals down. But if Edmonton scores like they've been scoring pretty quick in the first period, if they put one in the first 2 minutes, it's going to be hard.
I will say
Florida to stay with it.
I will say for the Florida, it looked like Kachuk found something last game. Something clicked. He looked completely different in that game 6 than he had in those 2 before it. So I think he's figured something out on that. It's the second shift that he keeps just flying past them from that backside. Yeah. I think they had him back left last game, and he's just dicing through that. So, if they get him going, and it's like him against McDavid type thing, I think supporting cast, Florida's got a better supporting cast.
Ooh, I don't know, because Draisaitl just turned it on last game. So and he's probably top 5 player in the NHL. So if him and McDavid are both playing to their full potential, that's going to be super hard to beat. Because McDavid by himself just breaks the defense.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see someone have 4 people on him and just no one touches him. He just glides past them.
Past.
They are amazing. They're amazing to watch, those guys. I like it.
All right, Bunk. Crazy. All right, Bunk. You watched. You said you watched one game.
No,
right?
I actually watched more than one. I'm just messing with you.
Favorite name? Your names guy.
Oh my gosh! Their names are tough, man.
You can't say
their names are tough. I don't. The only guy I was watching the Connor guy because I knew him. I wasn't
the old Connor guy.
The old Connor dude. I was keeping an eye on him, but they switch out so much. It's my old eyes have a hard time keeping up with them. But they're fun though. It's fun to watch. But man, that friggin' puck. I don't even know how anybody ever stops it when they hit it hard because it's tiny. Yeah. It's amazing.
A couple of those guys, their slap shots are 95 plus miles an hour.
Oh, I know. And there's guys in front of it, and you like a goalie, he's got to be able to. I don't know how they do it, man. It's pretty amazing.
There's so many pads on them. I'm sure they still feel it, but there's so many pads.
Yeah, but you got,
just 70-mile-an-hour puck.
But those guys can put the puck in a corner and down in the thing. Yeah. It's just friggin' crazy. Yeah. It's just honestly, it's pretty crazy. So it's a lot of fun to watch.
I still think the best goal. I don't know who scored, but it was off of it was a slap shot off his teammate's knee. And it went inside of his knee and went in.
Wow.
That had to have hurt so much.
Those guys they're rough, man. Those guys are tough dudes. I give
you can see these are $1 million athletes. I think its league minimum is $1 million. Some of these guys are get paid like $7-8 million, and they skate onto the ice with 4 teeth missing.
I know.
They don't want the false teeth to get hurt, so they take them out.
But they just absolutely hammer each other. There's no other sport where you have to have that many different skills and also have to be the toughest bastard in the world, because they call basketball and soccer should have this, but they call embellishment penalties. Yes. If you take a dive, you're going for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Soccer needs to adopt that.
Oh God, yes.
As soon as possible. It is hurting the game, especially here in the States. It's hurting the game, the flopping. So I am happy to see the dissent calls or the embellishment calls that you see in hockey. And you're starting, they called it on Luka in the finals too. Hopefully that changes. Basketball is hard to watch because it's so much start-stop because of the fouls.
It is, yeah.
And it's a lot of flopping. If they could get rid of that and just let these guys run and play, it'd be such a better product.
I think
that's why I'm really enjoying the hockey.
Yeah, honestly, I'm enjoying it too, and I'm wondering, Greg, you watch a lot of it. It seems like maybe that's a growing sport. It's always been kind of a niche kind of thing, a northern type. Even though they have teams in the South, but they seem to be a sport that's growing. The audience is growing, and the fans are growing. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. It's a fun. I will say I understand almost. I can kind of catch on most of the stuff. I don't understand the actual icing call because they always take the puck and kick it down to the other side, but sometimes they call icing, sometimes they don't.
So if
call on the rules expert.
There's 3 zones. There's 3 zones, right? The blue lines kind of denote the zone. So if you're on defense and you're in your defensive zone and you send it all the way down the ice with nobody touching it across the other red line, that's icing.
Okay.
And if you are in the neutral zone, which is in between the 2 blue lines, and you send it across the ice, like across the net, across the red line with nobody there, that's also icing.
Oh, okay.
But it's only called if you're full strength. So if you're shorthanded, you can slap it down there as much as you want to kill penalty time.
All right. Interesting. I mean, it's a fun, like I said, it's a fun sport to watch. I'll be watching tonight, sir. I'll be switching.
Absolutely.
I'll be switching between that and the I think the third game of the College World Series baseball game is on tonight as well.
Yeah, so. That's nice. What a crazy series that's been too.
It has been.
I didn't see A&M. That Tennessee team is very, very good.
They are, but A&M's good too, man.
Their pitching is unbelievable for A&M.
They got that one kid that comes in and he shut him down in the first game, but they got some tough pitching. So it's gonna be fun to watch. We'll see who comes out on front. So I like it.
Okay, let's see it. All right. Quick reaction. Final score tonight. Who wins it? Greg.
I go 4-2 Oilers.
Bunk.
Are they playing? They're playing in Edmonton, right?
No, in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Didn't they play in Edmonton last game?
Yeah, but they do it as like the NBA, so it's 2-2, 1-1-1.
Well, no, I know, but they just played two. That's a long friggin' flight and holy crap.
Longest ever in Stanley Cup Finals.
But both teams are doing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? I'd like to see Edmonton. I think Florida wins. I'm going with the Floridians. I'm going to say numbers? I'm going to go 4-3. 4-3 Florida.
Okay.
All right. I'm going 5-2 Florida. I think Florida's going to come out of nowhere. They're pissed off. I want Edmonton to win. I don't think
you don't want it bad enough with a prediction like that.
That's my prediction. My prediction. I'm sticking to it.
We'll see. Hey, we'll see. And who do you think wins the College World Series tonight? And that's going to be A&M or the Tennessee Vols.
That's hard. They're very. After watching those two games, a very even matchup. If I didn't watch any of the games and you were asking me this, I would hands down put all my money on Tennessee. But after watching those teams, man, I hate A&M. I hate that school. I hate that team. But it's hard. It's going to be hard to beat them.
I think A&M's going to win. I got to go. I don't know who's pitching. No. The only thing I'm not sure where they're at on their. I mean, third game they're usually. Well, depending on how the rotation went.
But it's the last game of the year.
They'll throw everybody out there. A&M's tough, man. They score. I'm going to go A&M on that. What about you, Big G?
Going Tennessee, only because that one freak show pitcher they have.
The guy with the long hair and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. It'd be a good game. We'll have to be switching back. Picture in picture tonight, boys.
P&P.
They still do that.
P&P for the B&P.
You can't split you can't divide your attention though watching hockey because it happens nonstop. It's the only sport like that.
It is. And hey, just in one more, my last note on hockey, why I like it. No freaking commercials.
Yeah.
They just
play until the quarter's done. And I like that. And not 8,000 commercials like everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let's I got to ask you, Pick. Let's go look just a quick. We're going to wet our beaks a bit on the NBA draft coming up. And there's all the talk about LeBron's son Bronny. And and LeBron hasn't signed. He can sign. He's a free agent. He can go sign somewhere. Do you think somebody's going to sign Bronny to try to get LeBron?
No.
Okay.
And here's why. Because one of LeBron James' best friends is JJ Redick, who is now the coach of the Lakers.
Oh my God, that's another story.
I think he's going. I think he stays. He wants to be in LA because he wants to do like movie stuff after his career.
Yeah.
Right. That's always kind of been known.
He already did Space Jam, so he should just stop. He should end it there.
Pretty rough. I did not enjoy that movie.
I actually didn't even watch that one. I got to be honest with you.
If they make Expendables 13, I'm not. That's just with LeBron. Dunking grenades or something.
Oh my God!
But I will say this, and I know it's social media, but Bronny James did post a picture with himself and LeBron in a certain jersey that matches the one Luka Doncic.
Oh my God! You know what I'm thinking? Here's what I think. I think Bronny's not going in the first round. I think he's a late round pick, and I think the Lakers are going to take him. To be honest with you,
I don't see any team willing to waste a pick.
No,
because Bronny James, he does have some skill, but he needs some development. And he's got the spotlight on him is magnified. So like he's a G League player right now.
Yeah, but he's not going to sign. But he won't sign that. They already said he won't. He won't sign that contract that says he goes and plays down there. So
right, he can stay in college still. They changed the rules where he declared, but you can still come back to college.
Yeah, so I'd be interested to see. I see that the top picks are actually. I don't know if you looked at that. The projected top picks are not U.S. guys. They're
European dudes,
European players. So that'd be it'd be interesting. I'm not a huge NBA guy, but I am interested in seeing that.
Well, in that lottery system, Atlanta getting that first pick and their percentage of getting that was like less than 10% of them being able to get that pick, and they got it. Oh my God, they're going to be pretty damn good for a while if they pick correct.
Yeah,
they make the right move. They're gonna be pretty good for a while. The old Atlanta Hawks.
I like it. I'm gonna be watching. Believe it or not, I'm watching, baby. I'm curious about it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. How that works. So hey, Pick, we got Big G on. I know we can talk to him about the little known sport of cricket. Were you watching cricket, Greg?
I've only watched it at the park with just people playing it recreationally. No idea what it is, but I actually had some questions for you. I'll let you go first, but yeah.
I don't have any questions. I just saw the U.S. team did really well, which was unusual.
They did. They lost to West Indies in the 8, but the group of 8 though, the Super 8.
They did. I thought did they not lose to England or something? Maybe?
They lost to the West Indies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the Super 8s, which is like the
good.
Elite 8.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Amazing. That was a true David versus Goliath, that Pakistan game when the U.S. won. Like, that was unheard of. It's like a college team beating the Chiefs.
That's
crazy.
Awesome. I mean, that's
was it one-day games or T20 matches? Do you know the format?
I'm not sure. I think they may have been one days.
What's the T? What are the T20s?
I
was reading about it.
There was something about they're out of the T20 World Cup after they had a loss by 10 wicket thrashing at the hands of England. So I don't know.
So that's a different. I think that's a different tournament.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hell, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a new sport, and maybe it's gaining some momentum too. Got a little name.
See.
All right, Bunk. So if you were a fielder in cricket,
yes, sir.
I want to know which position you would play here. Would you be the wicket keeper, the gully, the cow corner, the square leg, or the leg slip?
I'm going to go. I think in my younger days I would have been a wicket keeper, but I think now I'm a little older. I'm a square leg.
You're square leg. There's also the backward square, unless you want to play mid wicket.
I'm a squid.
He is a mid wicket over there.
I'm a Squidward. I don't know any of those things.
Squidward.
I don't.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the list of positions. It's exhaustive. The silly point and the silly mid on.
Oh my God, no. Okay, we got some.
Square leg. I think
looks
I'd be a backward square leg.
We got some learning to do. We got to learn a little bit about that sport. It's I bet it's a fun sport if you know the rules. I bet it's fun to watch.
It's the only sport I have no clue, not even what one of the rules is.
I like where they hit it and then they run forward and run back, and I don't really quite understand.
Between the wickets.
Is that what they are, the wickets?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know. And can you throw the ball at them and hit them, or is that what
That's what the bowler is trying to hit and knock the stick off the wickets.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the stick's called though.
We got to learn that one. It sounds really fun, and I want to learn it. Maybe.
All right, wait. That's our summer project. We're going to do some research.
All right. Hey, what? I'm going to switch this over. NFL.
I would love to touch that because some of the odds came out. I don't know if you saw this.
I have not seen it. Good Lord.
Some of the odds came out. So, who do you think is highest odds to win?
San Francisco.
No.
No.
Buffalo.
No.
That was a
oh wait. Dallas.
No.
Oh shit.
Kansas City.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
No, that's
so they're plus 500.
Okay.
And then the 49ers and Ravens are tied at
oh god, not the freaking Ravens.
At plus 550.
Why do you not like the Ravens?
I don't like their quarterback. One player.
God,
one player.
So awesome.
One player, they gone.
He's an
awesome.
old crotchety old man.
Crotchety old bastard.
Like people to have
I don't like him.
He's an amazing quarterback.
Nah, choker. Yeah. Choker.
Well, I will say, Greg, your Bills are at plus 1,400.
I'm a Bill guy. I'm a Billy.
Go throw a buck on that one. The Cowboys are at 2,200, plus 2,200. And my Jacksonville Jaguars are plus 5,000. So
I think Jacksonville is going to do better. Hey, you know what? So where are my New York Jets at?
You don't want to know.
Oh, God.
The Jets or the Giants?
Jets.
Jets are at 1,400.
Yeah.
Where are the Giants at? Give me a number.
Don't. Last place, man.
It's a big one.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's any.
Not last place.
Who's last? Let me ask that.
Panthers. The Panthers are last.
I don't think the Panthers are going to be last. I think they're going to have a better year.
Plus 30,000.
All right, then the Giants are 28,000.
They're at 20.
Oh
they're
God.
Plus 20,000. So the Titans, Broncos, Patriots, and Panthers are at plus 30,000, and then right ahead of them is our friends the Giants at plus 20,000.
But we got Danny Dimes, baby. Giants. Danny Dimes. Did you see they're gonna put my guy on the practice squad, man? The other quarterback.
Who?
The Cutlets.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Of course they are.
Hello.
He made his money though. He made his money as long as he invested smartly. He just from commercial alone. But yeah, you've got Vikings are way down there as well. I don't see that being.
How about Atlanta now that they got Kirk?
Atlanta Falcons are in a good spot at plus 1,300.
Okay.
Just behind the Bengals at plus 900.
I think Joe Burrow's due. He's due for a big year.
I do too. And they have the Texans up there, which we haven't seen in a long time, at plus 1,800. Yeah, so this is from Monkey Till online betting. So that's one of the first to
all right, wait. One more team. Where are my Greg? You're here. My Chargers.
All yours. So
my Chargers. I'm a Herbie guy. I like Herbie.
Let me see. Chargers are at plus 3,500.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Okay.
You know, the problem with the Texans, Stroud is a freak show. He's super good. But you can't give NFL coaches an entire offseason to scout you. He's not going to have that exact same kind of success. They're going to have to find a different way to score.
That's true. He was kind of surprised. He was definitely surprised. But I will say, he came through in like some tight. He unlike the dude on the Ravens, he actually came through in some tough shape. I know. Don't like him.
Brutal, man.
Don't like him.
He was brutal. He was the MVP.
And he was their entire running game. Like, he is amazing.
Sucks.
He's amazing.
Here's the thing with CJ Stroud is now every team has one full year of tape.
That's it. There's been a bunch of quarterbacks that came out. Like Nick Foles had that one great year because
full year of tape.
You can't. It's hard to. You only get a week to scout him during the season. Now you get the full off season. Not that he won't be good and he won't still put up numbers, but it's not going to be like it was.
It's going to come down to decision making. Young players with their decisions that makes or breaks them because they wouldn't be in the NFL if they weren't able to do it.
Well,
that includes Zach Wilson.
No, I don't. Well, I was going to say he was my actual the one I was going to say he shouldn't have been there.
Well, he got paid because of Pro Day. Honest to God, he got paid because he had an amazing Pro Day.
Who's that?
Zach Wilson.
Zachy?
Who they're saying might be the starter there.
He might be the starter in Denver, baby.
Denver. He might be Denver's starter. He's having an amazing camp.
Been reignited. He's like a phoenix who rises from the ashes.
Oh my God! I wouldn't say that.
Until he trips running on the field again.
That phoenix is still on fire right now.
It's a phoenix, my
dumpster
friend.
Fire.
Phoenix.
Let's put him back in a trash team and make him struggle.
Right,
struggle bus.
You want to know what pissed me off though? And I like the Jets, but so friggin' Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Don't do shit that distracts from your team and blah blah blah. He's not even at the friggin' OTAs because he's on vacation. What the hell is that?
Also, he is the ultimate distraction because he's like a tinfoil hat guy.
He is. I got to be honest. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm hoping he does something for the Jets, but he's pissed me off now, and I'm not sure. I might just have to not be a Jet fan this year.
He's the one you should not like him. How do you not like Lamar Jackson, but like Aaron
I don't
Rodgers?
like Lamar Jackson at all.
Bonkers.
He doesn't like Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy, but I hope he does well for the Jets.
For the Jets,
they have nobody else.
He's a Jets guy. He's a Jets guy because the Giants are bad right now. When the Giants are good again, he's not a Jets guy anymore.
I'm going to go to the Giants.
Both of them are bad. He's a pick any other team he's ever talked about guy. So he's a Chargers guy. Right.
I've always been a Chargers guy. Back to Dan Fouts.
That's fair.
Back to Dan Fouts. I was a Charger guy. You can't pull it. Hey, I want to tell you something. I'm going to surprise you right now. I saw a picture where I was going through pictures this weekend. Old picture of me when we lived in Minnesota. Guess what hat I had on? You're not going to believe it. Come on.
Boston Red Sox.
No. Oh, God, no, not. Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh, no.
And I'm the ultimate non-Dallas Cowboy guy.
That's a rough one.
I'll need that picture. Go ahead and
oh
send it
my
to me.
God.
That's a rough one.
And Dak, they haven't paid Dak, so they're not doing shit up there either.
Okay. That's an older picture, though. So, on a ruler, how long were the shorts that you were wearing
they were
in
short.
that picture?
Come on, man. No, we were in the snow, you bastard.
Over 6 inches? Are we going
They were
over 6
mid-wicket.
inches?
They were
Mid-wicket. I was a mid-wicket on that one.
Were the boys hanging
They
were too short.
They were pretty short. Mr. Left or Mr. Right could have been hanging.
Also, you said, no, we lived in Minnesota. It was the winter. I climbed a mountain with you and you were in shorts.
I did. I like my shorts, man. I don't like long pants. I'm not a long pants guy.
It doesn't matter what degrees it is outside.
I know. Anyway, I thought you'd enjoy that. I have a picture of me in a Dallas Cowboy hat, and what the hell is going on? I don't know. I don't even know why. Maybe I got it for a gift.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm ready for the NFL. I'm just going to say this. I think Bryce Young is going to bounce back this year. I think he's going to do good. So I'm going to leave you there. I'm just leaving you there with that. I want to let that sit.
They have a year. They have a year of tape on him now, and he was not. I mean, he struggled last year, and now he's got the year of tape.
He's going to.
And also, if you look at good quarterbacks, good quarterbacks make other people good, but the other people were also good to begin with, and maybe didn't have a good quarterback at their last. So, like Bryce Young is not going to have any weapons. He's not going to have no line, probably. He's going to still get crushed.
Making my predictions, boys. Making my predictions.
People put too much weight on the quarterback position to be. I mean, you have to have a good quarterback to win, but a good quarterback cannot fix everything.
You have to have a good offensive line with your good quarterback to win.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Your good quarterback only has 2 seconds to throw the ball. It's not a good quarterback anymore.
Bryce Young, MVP this year. You heard it here first on this podcast, boys. Heard it right here.
The boldness scale gives that an 11 out of 10, my friend.
MVP Bryce.
MVP?
Yikes.
No, I don't.
On the last
he's going to do good, though.
Carolina Panthers.
I have some of his rookie cards, hoping they go up. No, I'm just kidding.
I see.
I'm just kidding.
Pumping the market.
Sold them all. I already sold them. All right, so hey, let's move over to picks. All-time bestest sport in the world, soccer. What's going on?
That's the world's game.
Hey, so I got to ask you. You and I went to the Austin FC game, and I signed up for their email. So I get lots of emails from them, and they're getting every week they get like a new dude. There's a new guy every week.
Okay, I can explain that to you.
What the hell?
For your simple mind,
Alexander's next. He's the next guy.
Mind.
Alexander's here.
Yeah, well, that's an actual signing.
Okay.
So whenever you see something that says called up from the MLS Next Pro team, the teams can call up. It's essentially the soccer team's minor league.
Okay.
They can call guys up X amount of time for the year. So before each game, they're pulling a couple of those guys up just so they can get senior team experience.
Okay, I didn't know that. See?
Yeah, they did sign 2 big name guys. One, Alexander, the guy you're talking about.
Svotek is Verde is my email, just so you know.
Yeah, and he's a defenseman, which Austin needs help with.
Okay.
They've given up a lot of goals. But we also got Osman Bakari, who's supposed to be like really, really good down the wing, the left wing. And that's why they dropped your favorite guy, Rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
They dropped him to sign this guy. Now, we'll see. I mean, he was playing in like the Hungarian league, so we'll see how good he is once he gels with the team. But man, Austin they're tough to watch. They're not the best. They got away this past weekend. They won 1-0, but that's only because less than 15 minutes into the game, Minnesota lost a player. They got a red card, and they were down. And Austin couldn't score more than once.
Hey, it's all it takes is one.
The team was man down.
Ooh, an angry little beaver, aren't you? They only need one. You only need one, man. Be Verde with me. Be a Verde.
I'm very Verde.
Verde.
But staying on that, do you have any other Austin FC questions?
Me? No.
Yeah, you.
I don't know anything about
it. Does the MLS stuff with waivers, does it work like other sports?
A little bit different because they have to follow. Okay, so to sign players, there's 2 transfer windows, right? So you have a summer transfer window and a January transfer window. And what that means is any player anywhere in the world, that's the only time teams can move them if they're under contract. Now, if they weren't under contract, you can sign them whenever, right? Or if they were dropped by their team, you can sign. If they don't have a contract with the team, you can sign them whenever. But if they have a contract, you have to do 2 things. They all have buyout clauses, so you have to pay the team for them. And then you have to renegotiate a brand new contract for the player. So teams like Chelsea spent over $1 billion on their roster 2 years ago, and that was good enough for 7th place in the Premier League.
Ooh.
So that's why everybody's pissed off about Chelsea, because they spent all this money. And it's weird because you'll see the American owners go over to Europe and buy those teams. Like Man United had an American owner, now Chelsea does. And they try to run it like a stateside team, and it doesn't work. It's just a completely different system. So you got to have those people in place. But to get new players on your team, it's only during those windows. So there's the summer transfer windows open right now, and I think that goes till either July 31st or August 31st, right? And then they'll have another one in January where people can move to as well. So that's kind of how. But as far as structure, like pay structure on MLS teams, they tried to mimic too much, like with salary caps, too much like American sports, that the sport's having a hard time growing because they can't attract big enough players because they can't pay them. The teams are stuck with a cap that's pretty low. So they're kind of stuck with footing that. So it's kind of, I would like to see them get rid of that so the game will grow in America. Because I think you're looking at a lot of I know this is going on a tangent, but a lot of the young players, like a lot of parents aren't letting their kids play football anymore, and they're putting them into soccer. And so we're going to start seeing better players. And so with the U.S. national team, it was the first time they played. They've played a few games, but they played a friendly the other day. They got crushed, but it was a significant game because it was the first time ever that the U.S. has ever put a team on the field that every single player that started was in the top 5 in one of the top 5 European leagues. So every single player was playing on the highest stage of football, which is awesome. That's great for the game. So we'll see how it grows.
Very interesting. And then the Copa's coming. Are they playing that right now? It's already started.
Yeah. So we actually have a mysterious professor has sent in a question for this.
Oh boy!
And I'm probably gonna be the only one that's
Oh
able to answer it.
boy!
I
How
want to
dare
hear.
you.
I want to hear what Bunk and Big G has for it. So it says, this question is specifically for Bunk.
Oh God!
Okay, so I know you're probably gonna get. I'll follow up for you. Okay, so it says the U.S. men's national team looked okay the first game of their series. Pepe looked very promising, but the set pieces and urgency just didn't seem as strong as I would like against not good Bolivia team. Bunk, how do you see the team evolving and progressing through it says Gold Cup, but it's the Copa America tournament. Prediction on their placement.
On their
The
placement,
mysterious professor.
how many teams are there?
Every team in
Every
South
team
America.
in South America.
I think it's like a tournament, so I think it's
Do they do it like the Olympics where there's like four teams, and then you have to be in
their
the
group
top
stage. They got to get out of the
You got to
group.
get out of the group. I think they get through the group stage.
Okay, so
And then,
you've got quarters, semis, or I guess you got the round of 16, quarters, semis, final.
I think they get out of the first. They get out of the group stage, and I think they struggle maybe at the round of 16.
So do they get out? Two teams go from each group stage.
Yeah.
They also have Uruguay is in that group with them. They're very good. Do you see the U.S. beating Uruguay and going out as the top team, which is very significant, or do you see them being the number 2 team? So if they're the number 2 team, they run into either Chile, or not. I'm sorry, not Chile. They run into Colombia or Brazil.
Those would be. See, I'm just telling you. I think they go as number 2, and I think they have a tough outing next time. That's my prediction.
That's a good prediction there.
Big G, what do you think?
I don't know. I guess I don't know who's in their group.
Yeah,
but
so it's Panama, Bolivia, Uruguay, and the U.S.
I don't know how good any of those teams are. They would struggle to get that second seed. I think.
No, they won't.
I think so.
All right, so just for context,
I'm just throwing it out there.
I know. Here's context for you, but there's
American
a bias.
players are they're weird. It's it's a different look on the field than other teams. It's I don't know how to describe it. Like there's less aggression, like on offense. It's just a different look.
This group of players does not play like the old U.S. teams played. This is a completely different. That you're seeing has to go on the coach because it's tactics. To play the ball back to the goalie and try and move it forward, like that's tactics. The players on the U.S. team are proving themselves to be very good. I mean, Christian Pulisic was one of the best players in Italy last year. I mean, you got it. Like that's huge for an American, you know, and one of the best players in the third best league in the world. So that's pretty cool. I see them. I watched both games last night. So I watched U.S. beat Bolivia. I wish they could have got a little bit more, but I also watched Uruguay struggle with Panama. All until the end of the game, and then they kind of turned it on. But I mean, the U.S. If the U.S. can beat Uruguay and take the top spot out of that group, they're going at least quarterfinals. They're going to have a really hard time with Colombia or Brazil if they come out number 2. I agree with that.
Well, we'll have to watch it. And what did they play like once a week?
So they played yesterday. It's every few days.
Okay.
And it's in the United States, so they're flying kind of all over. They played the first game in Dallas. I think they have to go to Miami to play a game, and then out west to play a game.
Wow.
But yeah, they're flying all over the place. But it's pretty cool. I like this tournament atmosphere. It's cool to kind of see the national team doing well again too. So
good.
I mean, I'll say this: that coach doesn't make it out group stage, we're gonna have a brand new U.S. coach real soon.
Well, I hope they. I mean, hey, I hope they go far. I'd like to see them go far. I'm gonna have to watch them and see if I can catch them on the TV.
So, just for context, there, Big G. I mean, the United States is a top 15 team in the world right now. I think last time I checked, they were at number 13 in the world. They've dipped into the top 10 a few times over the past year, so that they have the players, they have the skill. It's got to all come together, and a lot of that's the tactics from the coach.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm seeing, because every time and Grant, I don't watch a ton of soccer, but every time I've watched it and the U.S. is in it, there is a different pace of play. There's passing is not as precise ever on a U.S. team. And a lot of that is probably players from those other countries probably played together more.
Right. And those
coming up.
And,
so,
yeah. And that, and like, you're also talking about most of the time up until this point, the players that were on the U.S. team were playing in the 15th worst league in the world, or 15th best league in the world in the MLS. Most of them were MLS players. So what they're seeing, and then they go out there and have to play Neymar, that's a completely different animal than what they're used to seeing. But now those guys are playing at that top level. So I do think the U.S. is starting to. I wish, God, I just want I want a new coach, so the formation changes and the tactics is more just attack, because there's so much speed on the U.S. team.
Well, we'll keep our eye on it and give you some updates here and get picks, analysis, and breakdown of the new team.
Thank you, Mafurious.
Man, I'm the
Mafurious. I'm struggling, boys.
Mafurious.
I'm struggling, boys.
You are.
The mysterious professor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Big G, so you got anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, no. Well, I do want to issue a correction.
Okay.
To Pick there.
Oh,
like
here we
it.
go.
Which I cannot believe a chef, my own brother, would get this wrong. Gary didn't cut himself with a kombucha knife. He cut himself cutting a kombucha squash.
Oh, snappy doodle.
It was many years ago. Oh no.
Had one in the chamber.
You jerks.
That was good.
All right, I'm sorry. There, Big G.
Yeah.
How many classes have you taught that they're going to ask their chef at work what a kombucha knife looks like?
I never.
They're going to get fired. They're going to get fired.
Oh, well, brutal.
Good. It ain't going to be because they asked that question. They'll get fired. Let's just put it that way.
That's fair.
All right. Anything else there, Big G?
Nope. Watch the hockey game. Get ready for some maybe screaming voice recordings.
Okay.
I'll shoot you text.
I like it.
Me and Wyatt would be pumped.
I like it. Pick, what you got?
Yeah, I just want to, if you're enjoying this, definitely give us that rating. Smash that like button. Smash it. And
Smash it.
If you're enjoying it, spread the word, right? Because we want to definitely get our antics out to as many people as possible. Check us out on the social medias. Bunk and Pick, Rollin Balls with Bunk and Pick on Instagram. B&P Podcast or Bunk and Pick on Facebook. And we do have the email if you have any questions for us. It's going to be the Bunk and Pick Podcast at gmail.com.
I got it. And it's all going to be in the show notes. I do have one last thing. Told you guys I was going through some old stuff this weekend. I think I found the genesis of the Bunkle name. I found the picture drawn by a couple of you characters. And it is a hairy ass with a bung knuckle up its ass.
Bungle knuckle.
And it was called Bung Knuckle. And I believe that was the genesis of the Bunkle name. And once I saw that, I wasn't quite sure I liked the Bunkle name anymore. It was one Big G. Big G was in on that one. It was I'm going to tell you, well drawn. The ass was extremely hairy, though, my friends.
Well, it was. It was like werewolf.
It
almost.
was. And you guys,
I don't think that's how it started. That had to be just us screwing around. There's no way it started that way.
Because Gary started it. Medium G started it.
Okay, but I'm just telling you. It was a sight. I'm happy we kept it, and then I was thinking, holy crap, what kids give that to their dad? Shit. Bung knuckle, my friends.
I don't know if we're normal kids.
That was
my friend.
Oh,
we're raised by you.
I know.
Make that the thumbnail for the episode.
Oh my God. I had to dig it out, but it was It was quite.
Oh, it's
quite
digging.
Quite
It's digging out, all right.
It was a good one. I enjoyed finding it. Mrs. Bunk and I had a good laugh about it, my friends. So,
Wow.
all right, I don't have anything else. But yeah, I think as Pick said, if you guys enjoy it, please give us a like, give us some stars, spread the word. We'll put everything in the show notes as far as where you can find us on social media, and we will see you next time. But before we go, we got to get everybody in on one time. We'll be rolling balls. All right, we'll see you guys next time.